everyone. Michael from Toy Habits with a hot take on the Masters of the Universe Origins flocked Panthor. Now, about a year ago, Panthor noticed that his voice was changing. He was getting terrible acne. And he had fur, where there was no fur before. Oh wait, I digress. That's a different video. Now, before we get into the figure, I do want to send a special shout out to Mark of Toy Therapy. He is a fantastic toy reviewer and toy hunter and very entertaining. He was at a Walmart over where he lives in Florida, and he texted me and said, hey, they have this flock Panthor in stock. Do you want it? And I can ship it to you. And I said, do it. So first, looking at the packaging, you're going to notice a slight difference in the flocked Panthor packaging versus the normal Panthor packaging that we got last year. And these window box displays are fantastic, but they make for horrible video angles because they are so reflective, but that's another story. One thing you'll notice is that there is a collector's edition monogrammed right here on the box, which is pretty much the only difference aside from the burst that says a realistic fur. And the box art is fantastic on these as usual, and if you turn it around, you have a scene where Skeletor is trying to fight off He-Man and Battle Cat, and you'll notice that it is the Battle Armor Skeletor version in this one. I can't wait to get this guy out of the box, so let's get to it. Now, the main standout feature of this flock Panthor is obviously his furry look, and I have no idea how they get the flocking on here. If you've ever bought a Christmas tree, then you can see that somebody is probably standing in a factory and just spraying purple fur all over these figures. That's what I think. Now, this figure is really cool, and I think the flocking actually makes the features of this figure stand out a little more, especially the eyes. The eyes pop a little more on this figure, and the white teeth. And you'll notice that he does have articulation like the normal Panthor. His jaw does open and close, and he does still retain his limited movement that he has in his feet and also his tail. But one thing to note with the flocking is that over time you will get little rubs of flocking that come off, and in a second I'm going to show you my really disgusting and grody original flocked Panthor from the 80s. So let's take a look at both. And here is my grody and disgusting Panthor. He literally looks like a cat has clawed out his eyes, so we really can't compare the eyes in this one. I might splice in another video of one that looks better, but as you can see, over the last 30 or so years, the flocking has rubbed off in certain areas. So just beware when you get this figure. I don't know if suede spray will help retain the flocking on this one, but only time will tell. And really the main differences with the Origins Flock Panthor and the original Flock Panthor is obviously the Flock Panthor is just a little grander in scale. It's a little larger, and the coloring is more of a deep majestic purple versus a darker purple on the original Panthor. And here is the first release of Panthor compared to the flocked Panthor version, and I really like the coloring of the flocked Panthor version a lot better. I'm more fond of that darker purple versus this more lighter purple on the plastic. Now, the eyes look the same, the nose looks the same, and the teeth also look the same, but I think the colors pop a little more on the flocked version. Now, is the flocked version worth the $15 upsell to the regular version? I wasn't sure, but once I now have this in hand, I actually really enjoy this figure. And like I said before, the deep color of the purple, I think, is a much better fit, and Skeletor looks pretty badass riding this flocked Panthor. So I think I made a good decision, but you need to judge for yourself. One thing I will say about this figure is I might actually keep this one on my desk at work because I cannot stop petting it. Well, we hoped you enjoyed this hot take on the Masters of the Universe Origins flocked Panthor. Happy toy hunting and good luck finding this figure at retail. And thanks for supporting Toy Habits, and please remember to spread the word and like, share, and subscribe.